So today we're talking with Drifters Grove, a Fort Wayne-based shoegaze and dream pop project started by none other than Hunter Carter. What began as a personal outlet for Hunter's music has now grown into a full four-piece band that blends dreamy, atmospheric sounds with heavier influences and a little bit of everything in between. They're currently getting ready to release a new EP and start playing live shows throughout Indiana and the surrounding Midwest. We're really excited to talk with Hunter about how Drifters Grove has grown, what inspires their music, and what listeners can expect from this next chapter. So, Drifters Grove, welcome and tell us a
Hey,
little about yourself.
yeah, I'm originally from Alabama. That's where a lot of my folk and country aspects come from. Like honestly, every song kind of starts off as like a folky instrumental and then works its way into whatever it turns into.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Outside of that, I've been living in Indiana for about 4 years now. Yeah, collect gear. It's kind of my big
Nice.
problem.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
see a lot of it. Yeah. So, yeah, Drifters Grove was just a me project starting out. It was an outlet for me to finally like release some of the poetry I've been writing. And at the time, I was really into Slow Dive, My Bloody Valentine. So I was really just like leaning hard into that genre. But as my friends started coming along, they enjoy other types of music. So they're bringing different flavors, and I was like, oh, that's actually really interesting. So whenever you hear our stuff, that's kind of where it's coming from, is this a culmination of four people who listen to completely different things.
Yep.
hmm
Nice.
Gotcha. And based on that, so you're saying that Drifters Grove started as your personal outlet for shoegaze and dream pop, but it's grown into this full four-piece band, which is really awesome. I was wondering like how the project has changed emotionally, sonically, or like in any other way since the new members joined.
Yeah, I would say the first two songs were strictly me. And you can hear how just like you can't really hear the vocals. Everything's just reverb and delayed out. But now, as we have continued working on music, there's more clarity to things. There's more clarity to things, and we try to focus on, hey, people need to hear our lyrics. Like, you work a long time on them. Like, let's dial the reverb back, and maybe like leave that to the instruments whenever it's needed. So that's been the biggest change. And then melody. You'll hear on this upcoming EP that I really focused on the melodies of the lyrics instead of it just being like hitting one note through and then maybe in the chorus mixing it up. So yeah, we're constantly thinking of different ways we can improve the songs, basically.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
And I was very curious, what originally brought you to Indiana?
A job.
I just had to know.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, not a lot of people move to Indiana for fun.
Yeah.
That's true.
I just happened to be born here, so
Yeah, I'm not used to the winters yet.
ah,
Me
That's
neither.
been a very big adjustment, but
they're just
yeah, even like speaking of that, like winters are actually like a really like big time for me to write music,
nice.
just because it's so lonesome and like so you're just stuck in the house
Yeah.
constantly.
Right.
Like, what do you do? How have people lived in this for like hundreds of years? I
I
have
don't
no
get it. I
I
don't get it.
I couldn't explain it.
idea. So
And
yeah, I mean, the flat, dreary Midwest has been like a really creative outlet for me to just look out in the landscapes. I'm really, like really big into nature. It's been a really nice creative outlet for me just to like sit down and just envision stuff and think of stories and all sorts of things. And you see like barns like decaying
Yeah.
everywhere.
Mhm.
Like that's such a cool thing to see. Like I don't see that back in Alabama, even though it's like, I mean, Indiana's like a northern version of Alabama, but like everything is in the woods. Like you don't really see anything past the wood line.
Yeah.
But here, everything's out in the open. It's like nothing
Right.
is hiding. It's all in plain sight. So it's really cool to just see how things have progressed and like seeing really run down things in person. It's just a very interesting and mind-boggling thing.
Yes.
Definitely.
It's almost cheaper to just let the barn fall down than it is to try and salvage it. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard. It's
yeah.
insane. Yeah.
Yes. Uh,
So Then other than like the winter time and the landscape, do you have any like big creative inspirations both in the music world and outside of it?
Yeah, I'll tell you, like Phoebe Bridgers for a long time was like my like lyrical guidance counselor, basically. Like I would use her instrumentals as writing points and write my own songs over her instrumentals and then rework them into something completely different, like
That's
different keys,
cool.
different chords, everything, different tempo. And so like that kind of got me into songwriting. Like I was writing poetry, but like turning poetry into a song is kind of difficult.
It is.
Trying to get the rhythm and then melody down on something that's not originally written to be that way is a lot of work. And so Phoebe Bridgers, I mean, like I remember falling in love with her. It was just like love at first here. And the storytelling, like there's songs where I write like a story basically, and then there's songs that I'm like, okay, I like there's nothing really being told here. It's more for melodic reasons. And
Mhm.
so like on the lyrical side, like I totally go to Phoebe Bridgers for like inspiration, like um and just simple chords but great melodies over like two chords. I
Right.
mean, so yeah, for sure, like lyrically Phoebe Bridgers. And then I remember the first time hearing Beach House and being absolutely floored at how good it was. I mean, the simplicity yet art, like just the melodic factor of the keyboards and the guitar working in tandem, and then the like amazing vocals on top of that. Like those two in particular have been a really great creative outlet for me, even
Gotcha.
from the beginning. I mean, I've been big fans of them for a while. Slow Dive actually came after um, finding Beach House, and Slow Dive is like my favorite band. So
Nice.
Cool.
yeah, definitely those two in the music world. And then like I try to just relate everything back to nature. I know we just talked about that, but
Mhm.
you know, I'm constantly hiking when I'm in Alabama, and here I like to go walking because it's actually nice and not humid all the time.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, I mean those three in particular, those are like my guiding uh lyrical and music uh guidance basically.
Nice.
Gotcha.
And then, so you had made mention of like writing poems. It's hard to put them into a song necessarily. When you're working on a song, how do you decide which direction you want to take it? Does it start with the lyrics? Does it always start with the music? What's your process, I guess, more so?
I don't really have a process, but I will tell you that I don't know if you're a fan of the Beatles, but they always made like eight, nine, 10 versions of a song.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, I do the same. It's such a chaotic way to do things, and it takes longer, but I like to mix and match some of the things I do in those. Like, you know, I do more like five, but and then I send them out to the guys, and I'm just like, hey guys, we thinking, you know, should we go slow? Should we go faster, heavier, dreamier? And like they'll kind of intertwine their opinions, and we'll get a final combination. And you'll kind of hear on Empty that was actually going to be like a punk style song. I mean, super fast, like, and yeah, like your face, it's not punk at all,
Right.
but it is the fastest tempo we've done up to date. So
Mhm.
whenever I first introduced it, the rhythm section was like, I mean, punk. And then me and the guitarist looking at each other like, okay, we gotta dial this back. This is definitely like, I like the vibe,
Yeah.
not Drifter's Grove though. And so then it turned into more like a War on Drugs, who I'm also a big fan of, like trying to bring the acoustic qualities and more melodic guitar parts into a dream pop situation, whether it and like it being a really big production with several synths, several guitars, rather it being like a five instrument thing like most dream pop is you know very simple, very straightforward.
Yes. Nice.
Gotcha. And with each version of the songs and like with you presenting them to the rest of the band, what have you found that each band member has brought to like the project as a whole? And like what has surprised you or changed the direction of the music, like you were saying?
I'm big on chords. I love doing chord phrasings, and that's always been my thing. Melodic guitar parts, never. So Blake, our guitarist, he the second he came into the project, um, he was just pulling out some of the stuff, the things that were like um, mimicking my vocal line, but doing completely different notes. Mirroring my guitar parts that like I was maybe like doing some folky like move my fingers around on top of a chord. I mean, he was just doing things that it just blew my mind that I was like, I didn't think of this, and this is why you bring someone else that is strictly focused on improving the guitar side of things. And then us just being fans of different genres. I mean, like I would say three of the four of us are really big into ambient, so we were constantly like mixing and matching reverbs and modulation, and then the drummer's really into like psychedelic stuff. So he's looking at the drum beats completely different from where I am, which is like four on the floor or very simple ride and snare. He's like, okay, how can I like introduce a tom, or how can I like maybe this is like a double snare, like, ghost hits, like things I've never thought about because I'm more focused on the songwriting and chords and stuff like that. They bring in their own flavor of things that just makes my life easier, but also makes the product at the end of the day better.
Very cool.
Gotcha.
Nice. And then so you are currently working on an upcoming EP, but it hasn't been officially announced yet. Sounds like it's going to show a newer side of Drifters Grove. And so without giving too much away, what can listeners expect from the upcoming EP?
Yeah, definitely higher tempo songs. The guys have kind of been on my butt about picking it up, especially if we're going to do live stuff. Like it can't be slow jams the entire time. So expect a little bit more energy on this side. Expect more influences coming into the game. You'll hear on Empty that comes out August 5th that more synth lead lines. A more variation in arrangement, stuff like that. Instead of it being like the same thing all the way through, we're thinking like, okay, like we definitely need to like change the rhythm section up in different parts. So um, different, but well needed, and I'm excited to kind of showcase what we can put out.
Nice.
Awesome.
We're very excited to hear it.
We are.
Yes.
Thank you.
And is there anything else you want to cover during the interview, or do you think we are set?
I think we're set. I enjoyed it. I was going to let you know that it got pushed back to August 5th. I think I originally told you August 4th.
Yes.
August 5th because Lander took too long to like put out the or send it to Spotify. So August 5th ended up being the final date.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
Sorry again for the move.
No, it's fine. No worries. We're
Um,
flexible.
Yes.
I haven't got an official date for the EP, but probably sometime late September, early October.
Very cool.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No firm date though, but we'll get it out. We're working on it. Yeah, so I'm really excited for that for sure.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, we're excited too. And the perfect time for new music,
Oh
fall
yeah.
Yeah.
transition
Into
into
winter.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like people are like, why haven't you put anything out in the like last 6 months? It's like, I mean, I don't think Drifters Grove is a summer band.
I get that.
Like, it would feel weird to put out melancholy, dark stuff during the
Mhm.
summer. Like, it's just not the vibe, and so that's why fall is like the go-to time for me to just put out some more melancholy, stay at home, look at the ceiling type music.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't
Uh,
understand why they only have Song of the Summer. Why don't they have Song of different seasons too? Like
yes, like
that would be cool.
yeah, like Bon Iver was like that. Like the song of
Uh,
the fall and winter was Bon Iver for the
yeah.
longest time. You put on For Emma, and it's like it feels like you're in Minnesota. I don't know if that even makes sense, but it just feels like you're in a cabin. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, 100%. Like I much rather focus on putting it out in a time where it makes the most sense, like for people to listen to.
Yeah.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
You capitalize on what you know what you want to put out there and then put it out when that time is fitting. It makes
oh
sense.
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
And
yeah,
thank you so much for being here as well. We really appreciate it. It's been
yeah.
a
No,
blast
thank
talking to
you.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good meeting y'all.
Good
Yes,
to
you
meet
as
you as
well.
well.
Bye bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.